I've been seeing this video going around for a while where this lady, this comedian or skit maker, got married to her husband, and the family of the husband, especially the husband's father, is coming out to say that the marriage was not accepted by them. She's not accepted into the family, that the marriage is not recognized by the family, and as such they do not welcome her into the family as their daughter-in-law. And then I've been seeing some comments flying around, people saying things like, it doesn't matter if the husband's family does not accept you, it does not matter if the fiance's family does not accept you. What matters is that you and the man, you love each other, the man can stand for you, the man can defend you, blah blah blah. It's easier said than done, especially when you have not tested it, especially when you are not wearing the shoes of the person involved. Listen, my 2 cents: if the man involved loves you, wants to marry you, but his family is not in support, his family do not want you, his family do not want, or rather do not accept the idea of you becoming their daughter-in-law or sister-in-law, my dear, you better borrow legs and run. You better run as fast as you can, because the battle waiting for you in front, no matter how smart, no matter how intelligent, no matter how strong you think you might be, you will not be able to face it. One person cooks for the community, they will finish the food. But when the community cooks for you, can you finish it? That is a typical example of what you're going to face there, because it will be the whole crew, it will be the whole family, a whole gang against you. And you know what? Woe betide you if that's your husband, that you think he loves you so much, he will stand by you and all of that. Woe betide you if he's not as strong as you think. Woe betide you if he's not as firm in his decision making, if he's not as firm in the way he commands respect in his family, if he's not a firm person who will not start dancing to the tune of his family. You will definitely suffer, because at a point he will not be able to choose between his family and his wife. It's a very tight situation. A lot of men don't want to be put in that situation where they will have to choose between their family and their wife. We are Africans. Let's not forget that. Let's not try to copy everything the Westerners, the whites, do. Because in the Western world, whether your mother permits or not, marriage goes ahead. In fact, you don't even need the blessings of your parents abroad to actually get married. Everybody is like an individual on themselves, or of their own. They make their choices. Some husbands will just marry their wives and maybe later tell the mom or dad, oh, I'm married, I got married yesterday at the court and all of that, blah, 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 blah. But in Africa, we cherish the institution called family. In Africa, it's a different ball game. In Africa, family is key. If you want to enjoy your home, if you want to enjoy your marriage, if you want to enjoy your union between you and the husband, or even the husband and the wife, because there are even some situations whereby the woman's family might not be in support of the woman getting married to the man. They might just feel like, no, that's not the kind of man we want for you, or no, that is not, it's not the type of man we expect you will end up with. Or they might just feel, no, we don't think this man will be able to take care of you enough. Once the family says things like this, it is not enough for you to just wake up and say, no, I must put my head inside, I must force my way in. Sit down and think about it. If it's something you guys can sort out before the marriage, fine. Make sure you sort it out so that your entry into the family, into the marriage will be smooth. But if you think you want to do gra, it doesn't matter. As long as we love ourselves, we can get married. Nothing will happen. And for those of you that also think, well, as long as when we get married, we can always relocate abroad. So it's not like I'll be living with the family. It's not like we'll be having anything to do with the family issue. We're going to be abroad and all that. You can't run away from certain fights. You can't run away from certain issues. Sometimes you might just be lucky that, okay, you guys get married, you move away for some time. Everywhere is cool, calm, quiet, nice. Nobody is disturbing you. You have the man to yourself, or rather the man has his wife to himself. You're living your private life and you're going. Just pray that in future something terrible will not happen to either of you that will warrant the family coming in. Just pray that a situation will not occur where they will not have to point accusing fingers. Oh, yeah, well, you've been with him all this while, we didn't interfere. So what happened? What happened to him? You should be aware of it, because it's just the both of you that have been living here. or something might happen to the woman, and people will point fingers on the man and say, well, we didn't give you our daughter to marry, so whatever happens to her is your responsibility. You should be able to tell us what you did to her. So at that point, you will now understand that you were left all by yourself when you thought you were enjoying your home. And that is when you will understand that you're on your own. Because at that point, you just find out that you are just standing alone. So it's very important as Africans, if your partner to be's family is not in support of the union, you leave. Find someone else. A broken relationship is better than a battlefield called marriage. Because there's some battles you fight forever in the marriage. There's some battles that don't just have endings. There's some battles that are everlasting. It just goes on and on and on. It might be quiet for a while. After a while, it picks up again. Then you start fighting. You start praying. You're not supposed to be enjoying yourself, supposed to feel relaxed. You're using the time to pray against certain unnecessary fights that you would have settled long before even the marriage. So think about it. Don't just push them aside and say, oh, family doesn't matter. It matters. Family is key. As far as the African context is involved, it matters.